Hello and welcome to another episode of Kwesi's Corner with me, Kwesi. Or is it? Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are bringing my esteemed colleague behind me to the fray. He's been itching to do this for a while. And basically we finally got to secure him. He's a very busy individual. And he's going to be telling us a bit today about measuring drums. So without further ado, may I introduce Dr. Danniforth Billingham III.
Drummers, know your drums. Hi there. I'm here to talk to you today about a very important matter, knowing how to correctly measure your drums. This is important when ordering cases or drum skins. Remember, when giving measurements for drums, you go across the top first and then the depth. Unless you're one of those bally American types, they do it the wrong way around. So if you have a DW drum kit, they will sometimes list it that way around. But us over here in Europe, we go across and then down. Across, then down. Today I'm going to teach you how to do that correctly. Firstly, the bass drum. Look at this ballyfool. He's measuring it including the hoops. That's definitely not right. When you measure a bass drum, you measure across the drum of the shell. You may need to put your fingers on the sides to feel where the shell begins, but across the drum, it is the depth of the shell, not the hoops, that you need. When measuring the main side of the drum, you measure across the skin from the inside of the hoop. This drum is 20 inches. When measuring the toms, like this floor tom, the one that stands on its own legs, you can measure across the top first. That will give you the main size of the drum. This one is 14 inches. Do you see this fool? His measurement comes out at 15, because he's only gone and measured the bally hoops. We don't measure hoops. The depth, the one down the side, is also 14 inches. Finally, the snare drums. These are the ones with the white coating on if you're not sure, and they have the mechanism on the side. When measuring the snare, make sure that you measure from inside the metal hoop on the top. This drum is 14. As you can see, this chap, he's got it right. Well done him. Cases. 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 With cases, it's very important that you realize that the size advertised is for the drum that fits within the case, not the size of the case itself. Here's an example of a few different case types. You see, this one here, with the funny little man on it, that's the brand protection racket. They're a good soft case. The hard case next to it is strong enough to take on an aeroplane, whereas the one on the other side, that's an old-fashioned LeBlond case. But they're still good. The old ways, not necessarily the worst. Another thing to bear in mind when ordering cases, particularly of the brand protection racket, is whether you need one with rims or without rims. But what does that mean? Well, a drum, such as this, where the bracket is affixed to the shell, does not need a rims, because it does not have a rims mount. Whereas this fellow here has a suspension mount, also known as a rims mount, which sticks out a little further, so therefore you need a case with the rims. The new protection racket cases, which are being launched very soon, are designed to be X-shaped, so they work both with rims or without. So, when ordering, make sure you know which case you require. There are a few unusual circumstances we've not discussed yet. Firstly, old drums. Vintage drums can occasionally be slightly unusual in size. For example, Premier drums, early ones from the 60s and before, they're not set to inches. They're a little bit larger and smaller depending on the drum. We have special heads for those. And Gretsch drums. Old Gretsch drums are slightly oversized. You don't need to bear this in mind when it comes to cases, but when buying skins, it's very, very important. And now you know all there is to know about measuring your drums. Hopefully that will help when purchasing cases or skins in the future. If you need any further information or are a little unsure, do not hesitate to call the store. There's some handy fellows there who sure do know what they're talking about. I hope to speak to you again sometime. Have a good week.
And there we have it. Dr. Danniforth III giving us some serious insight. Obviously, it's a bit odd, but you know, he's got a series worth of stuff to give to you over the next few months and possibly even years, so you should probably just get used to it. If you like what you've seen, please do subscribe, and let us know what you think. Has this been useful to you? Has Dr. Danniforth Billingham III's expertise come in handy for you in choosing the right sizes of drums for your skins and vice versa? Only time can tell. This guy.